What's up guys, ShadeOnline here with my first tutorial about Fief quests and resource gathering. So, the first thing you want to do to get the most out of farming resources is unlock serf units 5 times and level these up to level 7 as soon as you can. I know this can get a bit boring in the beginning, but it's definitely worth it once you are done. The reason why we unlock serfs is because they provide us the most labor to farm resources with. Make sure when you are leveling up the serfs you put the veterancy points in the bottom skill tree to boost up their resource gathering, which in turn gives you an increase in gathering at level 3 and level 7. When opening the map, you can see all kinds of different resources you can go and farm, with different kinds of rarity as well. The resources you can go and farm are food, stone, copper, iron, cotton, wood, hides and horses. Keep in mind that the higher the rarity of the resources, the higher the chances are you can use those to complete higher level Fief quests. Also, it takes you less resources to craft materials for unit kits or artillery. You can see in this example that for crafting the same material you need less resources the higher the rarity. I will go over this in more detail in my next tutorial. When searching where to complete Fief quests, look for the high level Fiefs. This can be anything from villages to castles, just pay attention to the level, since it's more likely they will have higher star Fief quests. So now we are going into the open world and take our 5 stacks of serf units with us and go and farm the marble needed for this particular Fief quest. Also make sure you replenish your food before you go into the open world, or you take some food with you in your wagon to consume it before you start gathering. Otherwise you will be gathering only with half of your total labor, so always make sure you consume some food before gathering. Once we are at the resource node and click on it, you can see a bunch of information like the amount of bronze it's going to cost you if you use your daily yield, the amount of bronze it's going to cost you if you use a requisition token, the reserves of how many marble is still available in that node. Remember that whenever the reserves of a node is empty, you can still farm there, but you will only get half of what you would normally get if there was still some in the reserves. And also keep in mind that this does not take an effect on the exotics. So even if the node is empty, you will still get the normal amounts of exotics as you would farm there when the reserves are full. Now I will gather the amount of marble needed for the Fief quest I would like to give in by using a requisition order, since I want to save on some bronze. Once you are done, you can see how many marble you own in total and how many you own in your wagon. Since I need 50k for this particular Fief quest, I need to farm one more time. Never forget that whenever you farm a resource, you get collection experience. This can be used in the technology tab to increase your gathering and exotics amounts by a lot. So always put the points in something to get the most out of your gathering. Since we gathered enough marble now for our Fief quest, I will go to my camp, which is Ogolia, and drop off my units and empty my wagon in my supply dump. Then I will take just the amount of marble I need for the Fief quest I wanna give in. Once we arrived at the Fief where our Fief quest is, pay attention you don't complete the lower star ones and always make sure you complete the one that gives you the most honor. Now, since we only took the amount of materials needed to complete our quests and dropped off our serve units, we can run back with the fastest speed available. This can also be of a huge help if you want to farm more resources. In other words, even if your wagon is full, you can still keep farming, but the resources will be put in a resource pile where you farmed them, and you will have a 2-hour window in where you can run back and forth to collect them and drop them off in your camp. Now that I arrived at my camp, I will again empty my wagon and leave my units so I can run back and forth much faster. When you are back at the resource pile, just fill your wagon as much as you can and run back to your supply dump. Do this over and over until your resource pile is empty. What I haven't mentioned before is in order to get requisition tokens, you can do your daily quests of completing the victory and the 5 battle ones. This can be easily completed by simply doing 5 training camps, which will grant you 2 requisition tokens. These tokens can also be found in vaults, which you get from doing rebel camps or playing random matchmaking battles. But keep in mind that you will need vault keys to open them. These keys can be either bought in the in-game store with sovereigns or by doing weekly quests. The last thing I want to point out is that you can only do 20 Fief quests each week, so always aim to do 3 5-star quests each day and 2 at the last day to get the most honor. In the next picture I made, I explain all the rewards you receive when completing a Fief quest. That was it guys, a short but hopefully helpful guide on what you need to know when gathering in the open world and completing the right Fief quests. I hope I didn't miss any details, and if I did, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, ShadeOnline.